Hey you guys, it's me, Melissa. I just got in from work and I figured I'd get a bite to eat and tell you about my recent paranormal experience activity at my house here. Since I share my home with some ghost or I think it's an old man. So I got my Coke, vanilla Coke Zero from, I was drinking it as I was leaving work and stuff. And I stopped at the old BoJangles. I like their stuff because it has like that Cajun, like spicy-ish taste. And I'm not big on like hash browns and stuff. But I like theirs, which I avoided for so long because they had, I thought that it was just plain potato, but they got onions in it. Okay? So I got a breakfast bowl, which is basically their bow round potato rounds, and cheese, gravy, egg, bacon. When I ordered it, they're not advertising their breakfast bowl. Okay? They're really good. It looks like slop, but it's really good. And they were advertising it for a while, and I ordered it, and they're like, oh, we don't have it anymore, but we can actually make it for you for like 29 cents more. And they're like, oh, but there's no meat in it. Well, I'm looking at bacon. There may not be bacon crumbles, but what do I care? And these are the rounds. I ordered these on the side because they're just damn good. And it comes with a biscuit, so we're going to talk, okay? My house has a history of paranormal experiences. And usually they are, I'm going to crumble my biscuit in here. Usually it's happens when my house is going through some type of remodel, like strongly it comes on, because one time it was coming on a lot and I was demolishing my bathroom. Well, now we're a few years later actually finishing the sucker, okay? But this time, we're actually starting on the kitchen, and we're doing kitchen things. And I'm going to post a video about some of the updates about my kitchen. Maybe a how-to or something. But, so anyway, the old man, which is what I think was what he is back. And he's making a presence in my house. So, I don't sleep at the same time my family does. Working third shift, I sleep in the morning. And then I'll take me a second nap. A second sleep is like I like to call it. At the end of the day. Like at 7 or something. Okay? And, you know what I need? I need a little bit of ketchup. And some upcoming receipt. I'll be right back, friends. Gotta get my little ketchup on. See? My ketchup. Okay. Sorry, if I would have known they didn't give me no ketchup, I would have planned accordingly. Okay, so basically, man makes his presence, okay? And when the house is being done, I mean, there's always a presence, but I feel like it's more, you can sense it more, okay? See it more. So anyway, I'm going to lay down. I lay down. Nobody's home. And the dog is usually next to me. I like the salt on the biscuit. Like, that's the only place to get biscuits. And the salt just pops. I know it's not good for me. But aside from that, I go to lay down. All of a sudden, I hear, like, a pot boiling. Like, what? The crap? And my dog gets up. It's my toilet. He goes to the toilet in my bathroom. Okay? I'm like, what? You know? So, I actually get up. Because I'm like, what's going on? And this my friggin' toilet. The water is boiling. And I'm like, is this normal? Or is it the pressure or something, you know. I have a septic tank. I thought maybe, I don't know, something got flushed down there. Explosives, I don't know. So, I'm like, that's weird. And after about 15 seconds, which I swear felt like way more, it flushed. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So I called my man Everett, and I was like freaking out. You know, I think he was working late that night. But that was scary. I've never, ever heard of that. I mean, have you ever heard of a toilet bubbling and then flushing on its own? My toilet does flush on its own. It did that when I first moved in. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? Okay. I'm trying to break my piece of bacon. But, so, yeah, that was scary. And then, a few days later, I come home from work. No one's home that day. I'm sleeping in my bed. Well, about to go to sleep. And all of a sudden, when you walk in my bedroom, it's a china cabinet, a blank wall, and then my door to the front door, like you see there. Boom. Okay? And you're like, I'm like, Only it wasn't from the door. It was like from behind the china cabinet. Even the dog got up and we're like, okay. Maybe the house was settling. All right. So I'm like, I go back to bed. It happens again. This time I'm unsure where it's coming from. Same noise, a little different, but I go to my front door this time and see if anybody's out there. No one's out there. There's not even a car on the street out there. Okay. So I go back to lay down. Things, you know, at this point, my senses are heightened, you know. Like you basically, I just want to hide under the blankets. And my dog is very aware. He's not laying his head down. He's looking around like, you know. So, you know when you get to the point where you're starting to fall asleep, and, you know, it's just like you can hear what's going on, but you basically are about to fall asleep. I was there. And yet again, noise happened again. Not identical, but similar. I'm like, what the crud? Well, I get up and I go to look. Okay? And I'm freaked out this time. Like, who is messing with me? And why are they messing with me? So I go lay down after looking outside. And I call Everett up. No, I don't call him, I text him. And I tell him what's happening, that I'm scared, and on his lunch break, can he please come home and check on me? Because at this point, like, I'm freaking out. Like, I almost want to sleep outside. Well, he was like, oh, you're fine. Neighbor's watching. But, okay, the neighbor's watching outside the house. But I'm in here with, you know, whoever, you know. So he's like, why don't you set up a video camera? Which is great, but I don't have an actual video camera. I have a cell phone, a tablet, you know. So, okay, I set it up in the corner of my kitchen where you can see basically this whole room. Nothing happens. Okay. Now, I checked this video after I woke up that night and the next day. But as I'm watching the video, there's no movement, but there's sounds. Like, it's been known that you can hear whispers in this room that I'm in when I'm in my bed. Or late at night, you can hear footsteps. But there's never any real movement except toilet flushing. And, you know, we had the shower turn on once when I first moved in. But, you hear knocking, you hear, in the video, you hear knocking. It sounded like change. Or someone's rattling change. So, I don't understand, like, it's just weird because it's like back to back lately, hearing stuff. Just more activity. So I honestly think it's when I do things to the house. Because this house that I'm in is in an old neighborhood. An old, quiet, peaceful neighborhood, okay? Mostly old folks. And the only young people is, well, semi-young, in their 30s, is me. The girl next to me, we're both nurses. And, I know it's a pleasant place to live, but I'm the third owner. And the owner before me was a single mom raising her 2 boys here while she was going to school to become an engineer. And this house became kind of like one of her houses. She had bought several houses, and this was one of her homes when she visited the area. Before her was the original owners. Now, when I was buying this house, the previous owner had told me that the family of the original owners wanted to buy this house back. So it's kind of weird, like, is money in the walls? Or is there, like, a secret cemetery? Or, like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Why would the original owners want to buy this house? But the lady was like, you know, the girl buying this house, which was me, reminds me a lot of myself. And, you know, look at that eggs, gravy, potato. Isn't that like heaven? And there's cheese, but they didn't put a lot. I love eggs. I always liked eggs. That's why the vegan thing didn't work out, because meat, I can sacrifice meat. I can go completely without meat. Okay? Even in nachos. Nachos is like my favorite food. Except like eggs. I don't know what it is. I just friggin' love eggs. Scrambled, boiled, whatever. I think because I was raised on them my whole life. My mom was like, get all your omegas or whatever. I don't know what she said, but she's like, it's the best form of protein and the best form of getting a lot of your vitamins and yada yada. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, my house has paranormal activity. When I bought this house, the original owners wanted in on this house. They didn't want me to get it. They wanted to get this house. Okay? And, I don't know. But this house was empty for 2 years. Like, there was nobody living here. I don't know if they even kept up with it, to be honest. But I've done a lot since I moved into it, you know. So, it's been 4 years. You know. The one bathroom's different, and new roof, and the pool. There was a in-ground pool in the yard, but it didn't work. Even like the whole system did not work, which that was taken care of when I first bought my house with the previous owners. We cut a deal about, you know, a resolution on that. But I eat my bow rounds. But Yeah. I don't think the ghost here is harmful. Whatever presence, I mean, whatever it is, it's really not harming me. It's an annoyance. When you're tired, it can be really scary. But I don't really think, I'm not going to like move out or buy a new house. You know. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I like BoJangles. The only thing I suggest is, for some reason, I don't like their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits because their eggs, I don't know, it just don't taste right together. Like, I love bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, but if you like eat one, it's something about the cheese and the egg together. Maybe it's an egg thing I have, you know, because I like eggs. So, I don't know. BoJangles, the egg just tastes like it's been fried or whatever, microwaved, and something weird. But in this, you can't taste it because it's smothered in gravy and everything. You know, I've never worked fast food, ever. I mean, I worked in the food industry, like in bakeries and stuff, but I've never worked in the food, like, fast food industry. And if it appears that if they're doing their jobs, I wouldn't want to work there because it just seems like hard work. I mean, I don't like dealing with grease. I don't like frying nothing. I mean, I'll eat fried foods, but I don't like to be in the kitchen much. I'd rather bake. Which I guess is still in the kitchen, but that was good. Well, that concludes our Eat and Chat Paranormal Activity video, vlog. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Subscribe, like, and comment my video. And you have a very pleasant day.